We have Terry McMillian from Free Capital Video who is taping this program, which means it will be on Facebook, and people from all around will be able to see this interview and know what will be going on next week in Lee County.
Well, welcome back to the Swap Shop. We have a real treat for you today as we're going to welcome in Brenda Clegg with Belflex and RV Height, the Director of Communications with Central Carolina Community College. They're going to be talking about the Community Job Expo, which is going to be taking place on July the 21st from 2 o'clock until 7 o'clock right here in Sanford at the Dennis A. Wicker Civic Center. Margaret?
Good morning, John. Good morning, listeners. Good morning, RV and Brenda. RV is like Christmas in July. Every time he comes out here, he brings us something to remember him by. That's why we love him.
Oh.
So now I've got both here, Brenda. Brenda is one of the up and coming, how do I say this, business ladies in this town. She just recently won the Chamber's, what was that award?
Dedicated Service Award.
Dedicated Service Award, and you
Yes.
are dedicated.
Thank you.
And she is with RV this morning because we're getting ready to have a gigantic community job fair. Everywhere you look, you see a sign, help wanted, help wanted, help wanted. Well, they're going to show you this morning how you can get some help and you don't have to put forth a lot of effort. So good morning.
Good morning,
Good
and
morning.
thank you for having us.
You are so welcome, and I know a lot of people are waiting to hear what you have to say about this big job fair that's coming up next
Yeah.
week, so take it away.
Thank you. So there are going to be over 35 employers there. There are so many people looking for work, and employers that are looking for positions to fill. So there's going to be over 35 employers at the Dennis Wicker Center next Wednesday, July 21st from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. And there will also be food trucks available and free food for all job seekers.
What about if you're not seeking a job?
Then you can definitely come by and get some food. You'll have to pay for it, but there will be free food for all job seekers. And the salaries are great. They're ranging from $14 to $30 starting salaries, which is fantastic for this area.
It is. Brenda, since you have been working with Belflex for quite some time, helping people to get into the job market, what do you see as the reason so many jobs are begging for people to work?
I really contributed to the COVID-19 pandemic and the many extra benefits that have come across to help families. It has also stalled the market as far as jobs. When salaries are too low and people can make more money staying home than they can going to work, they're going to stay home. And that's really what it is. So we need to bring our wages up in order to attract talent and to keep and retain talent.
The salaries here in Lee County, basically like the ones in surrounding areas or maybe in other counties. I know Charlotte's salaries are larger, perhaps Wake County, Durham
Absolutely.
County. So where do we stand in the spectrum of
Right.
the counties around us?
So we are, if you look at the surrounding counties, we are of course lower than Wake County. We are lower than parts of Chatham County. We are a little bit higher than Cumberland County, but that's it. So Wake County is close enough that folks can just leave Lee County and go, and Harnett County, and go directly there. And we want to keep them here. There are so many great opportunities right here in Lee County. And the only way to do that and to get good talent and keep them here is to increase the wages.
Exactly. And I've talked with several people who said the daycare centers are suffering about getting people to work. Therefore, if you get a job, you have to have childcare.
That's right. That's right.
So, are there going to be any childcare openings there?
Well, there are going to be service providers there
Okay.
that will be able to discuss and offer and let them know what services they have for childcare. That's what we'll have at the job fair.
Okay. Now, as a lady in this town who works with people jobs and people, what would you tell a person if they called you and said, Miss Clegg, can you tell me what I should wear to this job fair? Or can you give me some pointers on how I should act? What would you tell them?
I would tell them, please dress casually, but not too casual. It's business casual. It's fine to wear denims, nice pair of jeans or khakis and a nice shirt or top, but please don't come in flip flops and shorts. You want to know and remember that first impressions only happen one time. You can only make one first impression. So that was really what I would tell them.
Very good, because sometimes we forget. I have gone to
Absolutely.
the job fairs that the CCCC had each year before the pandemic, and I think Miss Mary Parker would tell us that she had told everybody the way they should dress, as you said, casual. However, lots came in with flip flops.
Right.
Some came in with shorts, and when you look like that, you don't look like you're wanting to
That
get
you
a
really
job.
want to work.
Yeah.
If you want to work, you need to present yourself in such a way.
Exactly.
And even though this is just a job fair, this is still your first impression. You're going to be meeting with and seeing some of the hiring managers and talent acquisition professionals.
It's that first step.
Yes,
And as you
it's
said,
that
that's
first,
the
it's
impression.
only get one chance to make a first impression.
What should a person bring with them? Should they have their resume already prepared to bring with them, or will there be somebody to help them?
They will be able to, they can bring their resumes with them. The Central Carolina Community College is offering assistance for this coming week, all of this week, and first part of next week to help anyone that needs assistance with their resumes. That is offered. Just reach out to Central Carolina Community College and they will direct you.
Okay, RV?
Yeah, and they can contact, it's being done by our Human Resource Development Department, Latoya Brower. So if they will contact Latoya, they'll be able to get that information.
How often should one redo their resume, or should they just use that same one all the time?
Well, it depends upon what they're doing. If they are, if they've in a current job and they're looking to move, there are so many people that are underemployed. So we're not just looking for the unemployed folks, we're looking for the underemployed people as well to come out to the job expo. So you would want to update your resume at least once a year if there's been changes on your resume. If, of course, you change positions, definitely at that time update your resume.
Now, will these, is this job fair for anybody or just people in the working area, the Lee, Harnett, and Chatham area that attend CCC?
It is open to anyone that is willing to travel to either Lee County, Harnett County, or Chatham County. Those are the three counties that are really that have come together for this collaborative community event.
That means our people have to get up early in the morning
Oh,
to
no.
get there.
No,
Because,
ma'am.
yeah, because people from other counties
Oh,
are gonna come right on here. They're gonna pass the word. There's a big job there,
yes.
and we
yes,
gotta go.
Yes.
So we don't get up early and get prepared to get there. We may be out in the cold.
It starts from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. So that's a great time for those that are not working and also for those that are working and that are underemployed and want to get off of work and come over to the job expo.
Now, will there be somebody there to talk with people who may have a job, but they're ready to change over, but they need some more education?
Yes, there will be. There will be a representative there. 2 tables will be there from the community college to talk about transitioning to other jobs and opportunities.
Now, sometimes when we go for a job interview or have to go somewhere, we might not have a babysitter. What are you telling people? Will there be a place where they can leave the child while they go in and talk and meet with these prospective employers?
At the job expo, we will not have child care available. However, we are therefore asking that they, if they have a child, they have to bring them. But understand, of course, that this is your opportunity to make a first impression. And you're looking to gather as much information as you can.
And how many other are you going to Chatham County and Harnett County to remind them, even though they're getting it, various ways, but are you reminding them, look, this big job fair is coming up next week. You should be there.
Margaret, Brenda's committee has done an outstanding job in publicizing and getting the word out, especially to all three of our counties. And I think it's important. And Margaret, you and I have been around a long time. To me, this is so fascinating. We have so many companies that are coming in that are representative of all three of our counties. And of the sponsors of this group, not just Central Carolina Community College, but Brenda's organization, but also the economic development arms of all three counties are involved.
Now,
And to me, that's
that says
fascinating.
something. Yes,
That
it is.
says something to me. So we're really excited to welcome all three counties, and it is definitely a huge opportunity for our citizens that, we hope will be, we won't need to do this as often. Maybe we can get a lot of people employed, and therefore we don't have to do this, but we're glad to be able to do it and offer this opportunity. And I think Brenda would also tell you, if you don't have experience, come anyway.
That's right.
Let them get to know you, because I think, and Brenda can talk more about this, is that these companies want to see somebody who wants to work, somebody who's willing to work, and maybe they will provide that opportunity if you don't have the experience, if you show that enthusiasm that you are willing and want to be part of their organization.
Absolutely. Most of the companies, there are entry-level positions, and of course there are positions that are with experience, but they are looking for people that are eager to work, and they all have wonderful training programs. So you just have to be have the desire to work and have the work ethic to get there and be on time, and you'll keep the job and you'll grow.
Well, really, there's no excuse for not having a job. It might not be the job you want, but you go ahead and take the job, and then when what you are looking for comes along, you get yourself prepared, and then you go for that job.
Absolutely. The most in most times, the most valued employee is one that is working already. An applicant that is already working is the most valuable. In most times, these are not most times thanks to COVID-19. So, but that is something that you always want to remember that.
And Brenda, before I ask your last question, we have Terry McMILLIAN from Free Capital Video, who is taping this program, which means it will be on Facebook, and people from all around will be able to see this interview and know what will be going on next week in Lee County. So they'll probably just fill up. Hey, fellas, let's get this van loaded. Bring all these people to Lee County. They got a job there. We got to get a job. So, Brenda, since you've been working with this ever since you've been in Sanford, basically, BellFlex, finding jobs for people,
Yes.
what do you find is the most, the worst character issue of a person looking for a job? Do you find that they're serious when they come looking for a job, or is it because somebody said, you've got to get a job? Or mom and dad says, we're not going to support you anymore, you need to get a job. What do you find makes a person not really serious when they come looking for a job?
I think sometimes the thing is that they've been pushed by someone else. You have to have the hunger within yourself to be, and you have to self-motivate. You can't be pushed by someone else. When you're pushed by someone else, that motivation does not last. So it has to come from internally.
So what do you find when they come to you at BellFlex?
Mhm.
You find the same thing?
We find variations of people. This world is diverse, so therefore the people that come into BellFlex Staffing Network are also diverse. And one of the things that we like to do as recruiters is talk to them and really get to know them and understand what's pushing them and what they really want to do for their future.
And is there an age limit on this job fair?
There is not. Well, let me rephrase that. You have to be a minimum of 18 years of age in order to work at any of the employers. But after that, sky's the limit.
Okay, for instance, a person says, I dropped out of high school in the 12th grade and I'd really love to go to that job fair. Should they go, and maybe there's an incentive for them to go ahead and get that GED?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They should definitely come.
Well, do you have any parting words for our listeners? And do you, RB, have any parting words for our listeners? I mean, I bet if you tell them you bring them one of those ham biscuits, we can get a lot
Oh,
of them.
wow. I tell you what, I would show up myself. So we are just excited about this opportunity for our area citizens and hope that they'll take advantage of it because this is a super opportunity that we haven't seen in a while. And, with jobs at those wages starting out, and even if you don't have the experience, like Brenda said, come on. See what's available. There's a variety of people that are going to be there. And by the way, the list is growing from what the original flyer has. I think we're nearly at 40 companies.
That's correct.
So
What about you, the two of you, splitting them up and telling our listeners exactly who's going to be there?
Okay. So we have Adams Handmade Soap, of course, Bellflex Staffing Network, Boone Edom Manufacturing, Bulldog House Company, Cashin Fishing Rods, Caterpillar, Champion Hoist, Goodwin Manufacturing, Chatham County, Cody, East Coast Firewood, Edelbrock, Express Employment, Gray Flex Systems, Mertech Solutions. I'll let you take the rest.
okay. Moody Dunbar Incorporated, Mount Air Farms, Pallet One, Pentair, PHC Restoration, Pilgrim's Pride, Sanford Contractors, Southern Veneer Specialty Products, STI Polymer, and as I said, there are others that I'm afraid I don't have in front of me.
Right.
But I'd also like to point out that, as we said, there will be some organizations there, such as Central Carolina Community College and Triangle South Workforce Development.
United Way will be there
And
as
United
well.
Way, who they can also, you may want to just come and talk to somebody about taking GED courses, or start your work and then take the education at the same time.
Yeah, and we'll also have Principal Financial will be there. So if you want to talk to someone about your finances, it's a great opportunity to talk to someone to get that advice.
Thank you so much. It almost sounds like we're in a big city of Wake County or Charlotte or somewhere this morning with something this big that's coming to our town. Thank you so much for putting it together, and we look forward to hearing the results of this job fair. So again, go forward, keep working on it, and I'm sure everybody's gonna fill up the Civic Center on the 21st at 2 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.